Oh shit. He
Got
doesn't.
him. Got him.
I don't.
He doesn't.
Got him.
Don't.
Deep fried him.
Don't. Is it Florida?
Oh
it
wow,
Texas?
actually we're jumping right into Arma versus Roy. Apparently crossover beat Belmont off stream 3-2, so Knuckle Do crossover will be another one. But hey, we will step away from discussing whether or not Houston has problems, or people should tell Houston that they have problems, to bring you our
literally
winners
watched
semis.
crossover and Belmont. That was crazy.
Oh my god, no, you're crazy. Well, I'm crazy.
You're all over the place tonight. I love it.
Yep.
In any case, Roy definitely not all over the place. Really to stay in one place, going up against Arma, and Arma unfortunately has to navigate this maze. And being DJ, the movement man, not moving fast enough. Apparently, it's going to be falling to that first round to Roy. And this is a very interesting battle of archetypes. Excuse me, because we have, of course, JP, who of course wants to, stay solid and kind of just stay in one place and make you navigate the maze from full screen. And we have ARMA-X, who wants to get in close here, but ARMA-X definitely does have the tools and the damage to mitigate this maze very, very fast.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing here is that so much of it depends on whose turn it is when they're at a given space. I feel like the space that DJ wants to play at is a space that JP can play very effective at. And DJ has anti-fireball stuff built into his kit with the backsway, but it's the way that he needs to use it is at a range where you're not really wanting to commit to that type of tool against JP. So much of it is dependent on momentum, and Roy definitely has the momentum, having closed out this first round there with that level 3 confirmed 1-0. A real strong start here to try to make it up into our winners finals. Houseman asks if there's turns in this. There's absolutely turns in this game.
I was gonna say like that. I'm not even sure if he I'm sure he took his turns, but it's just like when you're from full screen, like turns don't matter that much. Like,
on that point, I disagree. There was a concept in older NRS titles. I don't know if it's still a concept they talk about for NRS titles now, but there were zoners where they would be like, yeah, they're a good zoner, but they need to be set up, which was to say that like once their fireball game started, they were good, but earning the leniency to start it was difficult. And that still lends a sort of plus minus turn cadence to fireball range and outside neutral. So I feel like JP is a character who also sort of has that, where if you're outside of his normal range, it can be really scary to start, but once you are started, it's a lot safer feeling.
Right, and we see that Arma like really going up again. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna say trying to take his turn back here, but Roy literally just fighting back with the ghost. And like you said, the projectile setup, like you said, Brad, is like a very, very integral in that turn taking process. And that teleport was sick.
Absolutely nuts. Micro walk back into the limb. We have the level 2. As long as there's a confirm here, this ought to be the round for Roy, and it is. You don't get to even it up that easy, Arma.
Right, we see Roy kind of getting pushed back into the corner right here, and once again, Arma just willing to use that drive gauge to make sure that they close the distance. Amnesia, and gonna go into the level 3 to make sure they don't get hit by the fireballs from Amnesia, and literally very, very great presence of mind right there from Arma.
That was a really good situation for them, but now continuing to press the issue forward. Roy is so close to burnout, and that tricky situation after backsway makes it super scary to feel confident and when you can parry. So now Arma gets the better of it, puts himself into burnout in order to get the stun, but it gets the job done. 1-1 here, Arma versus Roy.
And I love that play from Roy, just because once he got him in burnout and he was just had a little bit of distance that, from a lot of characters you wouldn't be able to get with DI, but because it's DJ and that DI was going to perfectly get him that wall slide into the corner after that offensive sequence of burnout. So Roy definitely so Arma definitely, is definitely feeling, but that backdash to escape the grab right there into the setup, into the anti-airs, and the jump out from Arma once again, and Roy trying to just fight back out of the corner right here, and you can be able to get the target combo into the full screen wall splat. And now you have to navigate the maze once again, but ARMA has had absolutely zero problems with this.
I feel like the problem for Roy so far, despite them having won this round, right? But I think the problem for them has been, it feels like once ARMA is in the pocket, Roy's reactions just feel a little slow. Wow, ARMA a little bit too fast with their call out that time, does activate the amnesia, let them reset back to neutral. Super tricky teleport cross up once again, and Roy checking that forward movement and being a little bit more active, trying to control that range, but ARMA still bringing the jab in, able to cycle it back to neutral. Roy just barely not getting the life lead out of it, and again, just a little slow.
We go, trying to go for the safe jump setup, but like literally like hopped himself into the corner and is gonna hold parry here just to make sure that they don't fall subject to any shenanigans. But all this blocking to say, well, apparently ARMA didn't pay money to block. Gonna be able to find a corner switch right here. Great position, nearing burnout. Good shimmy. Very, very well done.
Oh, you know what? I am sad that Roy did it. It was a spot where I think if you were being a little bit more conscientious of your decision making, you could have recognized not to tech there. And like I said, Roy feels like a quarter second to a half second slow right now. But you're up around, you can afford to sort of tune out a little bit on defense in a spot like that. But right now, ARMA just took the life lead, still has frame advantage, and Roy is getting oppressed. Plus frames, so afraid to do OD amnesia because they've been punished for it a couple of times.
Yeah, like you literally see ARMA just continuously putting the pressure on, but 3 crouching kicks into this conversion. Are you serious? It's not bad mannered, but I mean, hey,
nah, my man said stop trying to walk back. Oh shit, it is the bunch. I've gotten hit by that too many times, actually. Damn it, you right.
There you go. And it's really been a story of like, you know, corner to corner. That's big.
What a check. Yeah, it's the turn taking, right? ARMA's trying to play like they get to be the aggressor, but Roy is finally tuned in. It's like, oh, okay, this is the space where I need to turn it on. It's like it's taken this long for Roy to sort of remember the specifics of the matchup, and now it's like, yeah, here's where I need to shut your ass down. And it's going so much better for them as a result.
Yeah, you see that, like, ooh, yeah, those TPs have been so great for Roy. Like, literally, as the fireball just arrives, it's just teleporting and getting out of dodge quick. And literally, Roy has been dominating the corner game these past couple of rounds, where ARMA has been kind of faltering in the mid-range game, but little corner presence, and this is where we see that ARMA has thrived, and we see that ARMA gonna be able to get out, though. Roy, target combo into the corner, does have level 3 on the back, and is going to be able to cash out right here to get into winners finals to fight against the winner of Knuckle Dude and Crossover. Roy staying steadfast. Well done.
I want to call out one specific thing that Roy did in that set that blew my mind, and it was that just as we had finished talking about the fact that he had honed in on the range that he needed to turn on, gets a little bit farther out, gets an Oki situation in a spot where you know any player in the world is going to wait for the Spire and parry. Pump fakes down twice.
Oh.
And then does a third pump and hits mid. DJ did the timing where you would have perfect parried the Spire and moved forward, but disguised the mid spike with an empty far spike and caught out for it.